Everything in this universe is energy. One of the planet's greatest minds, Nikola Tesla, once said, if you want to understand the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. People, ideas, places are all vibrating at different frequencies. The device you're watching this video on right now is actually in a state of motion. It's vibrating. You can't perceive of it, but if we had a microscope big enough, we could actually see it. Your desires are a specific frequency, and if you want to experience those desires in your life, you're going to need to match that same vibration. If not, you won't actually be able to perceive of it. So if you want to change your circumstances, you're going to need to shift your dominant vibration. But if you've been trying to do that and nothing is working, I'm going to show you what is happening. We're going to be doing an experiment with these two glasses to help you better understand resonance. And I'm going to share with you why 94% of people are not able to change their dominant vibration and are stuck in low energy, and what you can do starting today to be part of that 6% and shift your vibration to align with that of your desired state. So let's dive in. Oh, here we go. No, I am not having a pina colada this afternoon. I'm going to be showing you how your energy is affecting matter. So everything in the universe actually has a specific frequency. These glasses actually have two different frequencies. You can see, obviously, I put low frequency here and high frequency. That's literally the different level of hertz that I'm going to be playing. This straw here is only here to show you that the glass is vibrating. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to play a specific frequency on my speaker. It's connected to my phone where I have an app that I'll play its specific frequency. What I want you to understand is that who you are being, the energy, the vibration you are emanating, you're sending out to the universe, is finding whatever it resonates with, whatever it's equally matched with. It amplifies that frequency, that vibration of it, and it brings it in. That it collapses potential into particle, which is a lot of Dr. Joe's work. He talks about that. How can you collapse that wave potential into particle form? Now, we do that even when it's undesired. And obviously, this low vibration is going to represent situations in your life where you no longer want it. It could be a lack of money. It could be emotionally unavailable people. My specific situation was emotional rejection. It was a lot of unfulfilling emotional connections and a lot of senses of abandonment. Me checking my phone at 2 a.m. repeatedly. Did this person call me? And this glass, it's going to be a different frequency. It's going to literally be a higher frequency, and it's going to represent all the good stuff, your desired reality. This could be money, this could be abundance, peace, ease, joy. Whatever that desire you have right now is going to be represented with this. So what I want you to understand is who I am going to be. The box is going to represent, obviously, me, who I am being, and realize your state of being is your thoughts, your feelings, even if they're unconscious, and your action in the world, most likely because of those thoughts and feelings and that specific viewpoint you have of yourself. I'm going to play two different frequencies. They're going to correspond with these two different frequencies of this glass. And what I want you to understand and start to grasp is that the frequency is going to affect these glasses differently. And these straws are in there only to show you how these glasses are vibrating, because you can't hear how this glass is resonating. And again, the reason this is happening is because I'm going to play a frequency that matches this glass. This glass is then going to get amplified in that resonance. It's going to start moving it, and you'll see literally that this straw is going to move. So even though in real life, this would be me being a certain way and bringing that equal counterpart, collapsing the potential into particle form, it's going to be then all I can perceive of in my life. Even though this exists at the same time, it will not be affected. It will not react to me. So I can't perceive of it. I will think this does not exist. And then later I'm going to switch and you're going to see how it works. So let me show you the first low vibration where 94% of people get stuck. And later I'll show you how you can be part of that 6% and resonate with this higher vibration. So I'm just going to set up the speaker so it's close and it will never be touching the actual glass. So I'll get it close, but it won't ever touch. So this is simply through vibration. Even though I am sending out a frequency, it's only affecting the low vibration. This frequency is actually 763 hertz. 763 hertz is affecting the lower vibration glass, but not the higher one. So if you're being this person, you're going to be bringing out into matter the situations that equal your vibration. So what happens now when I change the vibration to meet higher hertz glass? You can see instantly the high vibration glass is affected because the frequency is matching the frequency of matter. So even though we can't see these vibrations coming out of the speaker, we can see how it's affecting matter. So even though you're being that higher vibration you and starting to pull out and collapse the potential into matter, it doesn't affect the low vibration, so you'll move out of those old dynamics, those old circumstances. That is how powerful your vibration is. So let me now explain to you what 94% of people do that are unable to change their dominant vibration, and how you can be part of the 6% so that you can shift to this higher vibration, send out that new frequency, and start to collapse your desires into particle form. So this is the difference, what 6% of people do compared to the 94. You've got to get clear, not on what you want, but on what that inversion that has what you want, what thoughts, what feelings, and what actions would you take? Really be clear. Because if this is murky, you'll continue to be the same person you were, because you might be waiting for that outside experience to come and happen to you so that you feel different. But in the meantime, you'll just keep repeating the same thing. And the most pivotal part about why it's so important to be clear is that situations are going to come up in your life. For me, this happened so much in relationships. I had to start becoming aware in the moment. What story was I telling? What meaning was I putting on things that happened to me? Because it's a very clear direction. If somebody didn't call me and I started to think that it was because of me, well, I was being that low vibrational me to interpret that I was getting rejected. And so what did I do? I wasn't clear, and so I created a story and I put a meaning on something that I wasn't good enough. And so I was being that me. I thought that, I felt that, and I acted that way. So then I stayed in low vibration. That put me in another similar situation where then I would interpret it with that low meaning, and then I was just stuck in this cycle. It wasn't until I started getting clear and started to become aware of how powerful the moment is. A lot of people talk about the pause. I call this minding the gap. Being aware, consciously being aware, what meaning are you putting on a situation? Because every day in your life, you're going to get repeated chances to do this. So if you have your boss comes in and they're really critical and they're demanding a lot, or maybe they said that you did something and it wasn't that great, who are you going to respond to that situation with? Are you going to be the high vibrational you that knows you're worthy, that knows you're good enough, that has an understanding that if somebody else has an issue, you can talk about it? Or are you going to be this low vibration that's like, oh no, it's happening again. I'm not going to have what I want. No one values me. I'm not good enough. Whatever meaning or story you put on this moment is where your energy is going to be. And just like earlier, that is what matter you're going to start affecting in your life. It's a really, really simple thing, but so often what happens is something comes up and automatically a story is put on why that's happening, a meaning about yourself. 99% of the time, if it's a low view of you, it's coming based on situations from the past. It was was absolutely appropriate at one time for you to respond that way. Oh no, something bad's going to happen. This person thinks I'm not good enough. My needs aren't going to get met. But that dynamic is from childhood. And so when these things come up, these situations, maybe for you, it's about an amount of money and some stress comes up and you put the meaning of, I don't have what I need. I can't get what I need. I'm powerless in this moment. Nothing ever works out for me. If that's starting to resonate with you right now, start to become aware that there is a moment before that meaning or story is placed. And that is the most powerful place that you can create change in your life, because you'll start getting clear. Okay, hang on a second. I got to breathe. I got to stay in my body. I got to be present, because the response and story is coming from your past. And if your past was filled with rejection, heartbreak, disappointment, you don't want to have your body be in that past memory. You want your body to realize you're safe now. You're okay now. You're going to breathe and you're going to make a new choice. And that new choice, why that's so powerful, is it's going to start tapping into the power of neuroplasticity. Being aware of the story. Oh, okay. I really want to feel maybe guilty right now, or maybe I'm really starting to feel ashamed. You don't want to feel this way, but it feels so familiar in your body. It's almost like your body's addicted to that low-level emotion, which Dr. Joe Dispenza talks a lot about. So if you can start to break that impulse, you start to tap into neuroplasticity, which is, even though those neurons are really used to firing a certain way, you take a moment, you take a pause, you stay with yourself. You can write down a list of how to stay in yourself, how to do your duty, which is the opposite of self-abandonment. How can you take care of yourself? What can you do to take back that power? Okay. Maybe I missed the mark at work, and the story I'm telling myself is my boss is mad at me and I'm a disappointment. Okay, what can I learn about this? Okay, what did I need when I was a kid, when I felt there was no one else around? How can you be that for you? There's so many different ways that you can start to do this, but the biggest thing for you to tap into the power of the 6% is to define not what that person experiences, but the essence of you. What emotions are dominant in your life? What stories do you have about yourself? What viewpoint? What's your self-concept? Really get clear. I so often just looked at what the end experience I wanted, and when I wasn't getting that experience, I just felt the same way, but I never changed who I was being. So I kept getting a reflection of this negativity loop, this 94% low vibrational loop. So the more you can start to break up that routine, it's going to allow those neurons to stop firing together, which allows them to dissolve and prune apart. And it's going to allow new sets of neurons to fire together for you to literally be able to interpret the world in a different way. You don't see the world with your eyes. We see the world through our mind, and our mind can consistently be changed. And unless you do the inner work and really get into your unconscious, your mind was formed primarily from the early experiences and those early interpersonal relationships you had when you were a kid. So the more you start to become aware, who do I want to be? Thoughts, feelings, and actions. Okay, in the moment, let me pause a second. Let me be aware of the story I'm telling myself, and make a new choice. Regulating my nervous system, not responding to the past, but making a new choice to the future. That is the biggest thing that separates the 94% of those who achieve their desires in life, their goals in life, and those who continue to repeat the low vibrational experiences that you don't deserve to have. You deserve to have what you want, but this is only the first part to understand this. If you want more help on how to learn to be that new you before you've experienced it, this next video right here is going to show you exactly how to do it, so check it out.